Class in session, guys. All right, so today's video is how to turn your bad experiences into something good. See, here's the thing, guys. We're going to be going through a whole load of stuff during our lives, man. And I'm going to tell you a little story about how I basically turned bad experiences into something good. See, the thing is, guys, with each and every one of us, right, there are hidden, dormant, asleep talents within us that we never even knew was there in the first place, right? And it takes a really messed up situation to happen in our lives for us to actually really discover what those talents are. Now, I started this whole thing off with just rapping and acting. That's how it kind of all started with me, right? But a situation happened in my life where I discovered the writer in me. I discovered the director in me. And then I turned out to just be a producer of my own show. And trust me, there's ideas of many other shows and films and stuff all going on in this imagination. But it never would have been possible had I not had gone through the bad experience in the first place, okay? Now, you have gone through a bad situation in your life, but the question is, did you get to a situation where you found gold during that crisis, or you found gold during that trauma? Because if you never, then you really haven't been truly hurt to the core yet, and it's going to take more pain. And I know that might sound raw, but it takes a serious beating to really get to a stage to find the gold within you. So let's talk a little bit about myself and how I discovered the other creative side of me, okay? So many years ago, I was in a relationship, and let's just say in that relationship, guys, I got broken down the most. I mean, like, in that relationship, I felt like I wasn't good enough for the person. I actually felt like I wasn't man enough because there was so much like power struggle in the relationship. And you know, there were situations where there were just like so many arguments, or names were being called, belittling, and I just felt the lowest of the low, guys. The lowest of the low. And I remember when, see, the relationship, it was on and off for a period of a few years. It was on and off because I'm the kind of guy where I will try and make something work. But I had a different awareness then than I do now. Now is a different situation. But when you're going through the shit, right, you don't even know that you're in the shit. You think it's just normal and you're kind of going in a downward spiral. And I was so depressed, guys. Like, I mean, I was in my bedroom for like 2 weeks. I didn't want to come out. And then one time I remember I got out a notebook and a pen. And I'd never done this before, guys. I randomly just started writing some scenes with characters. This person said this to another. This person said this to another. And next thing I know, I created a scene. And, you know, I was used to writing songs and stuff for like all my rapping, but in regards to anything of a show nature, I had never done this before. And what I realized was the scenes I was writing, it was reflecting what I was going through. So subconsciously, the writing was like a therapy for me. And it kind of came out in some kind of art form. And the next thing you know, I created a concept, a show called All About the Mackenzies, which you can find on my YouTube channel, right? And I'd never done any of this stuff before, guys. And just in regards to the writing, I mean, I think it was really clever how it all came about, because had I not had gone through certain things in my relationship, I wouldn't have been writing those scenes. And then I had a light bulb moment. I had an epiphany. One of those moments where I just discovered, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I'm really enjoying writing these scenes. I'm really enjoying writing the show. And I felt like at that moment, I kind of found my purpose, because the whole aim of the show was to heal families. Because I don't like children growing up without dads and single parent families and stuff like that. And, you know, I never thought that I would be part of that statistic. And, you know, I really hated it. And this is when I just kind of started writing all these scenes, and then it just turned out to be a show. But the key to this, guys, is I found my purpose, where I wanted to create shows and films that would uplift people, entertain them, or edutain, right? Which is educating whilst entertaining. That's why I say Bentavision, the king of edutainment, because the shows have a unique purpose to take one person from this level to that level, right? It's not about feeding people garbage. It's about making people have, making people find solutions to situations they may be going through right now with relatable stories. And if you watch All About the Mackenzies, it's quite biopic to my life. Not 100%, but certain strands of it, basically is biopic. And each character of the family is actually a part of me as well. So I'm not just one character. I am actually 7 characters in the whole family. So the little brother in the show, he gets bullied at school, and I used to get bullied at school when I was in like year 7, 8, and 9, right? And all those elements, all those bad experiences, I used them as good to put into a show for a purpose to uplift people, inspire people, and take them to next heights, and getting them to find themselves, find their inner truth, find their purpose, find their self-love, their self-value, and gain their self-respect back. And I never knew all of this was going on, but I had to go through those bad experiences in order for me to use them as good for a higher purpose. And that's where Bentavision came from, right? I don't know what date it is, you guys watching this video. It could be 5 years from when I uploaded it. But you will see that I'm basically turning Bentavision to be bigger than Disney and Warner Brothers combined. I'm looking at a portfolio of multiple award-winning shows and films that go globally to uplift people and just educate, inform, and inspire multiple generations from now. And some of you watching this video will be like, oh, that's quite brave, or that's quite courageous, or, you know, that's very bold to say that. But if I speak it into existence, it will happen. You've already seen my vision wall and my inspiration wall, which is behind me, and my goals wall right here. I'm not playing around. So you watching this video right now, guys, you may have gone through some bad experiences. You're yet to go through more bad experiences. But the one thing I want to ask you guys is, the next time you go through a bad experience. You may get caught in the moment, but when it happens, I want you to change your perspective on it and really reflect on the thing that happened, or the thing that that person said to you, or the situation that happened to you, or how you felt. I want you to remember all of that and think to yourself, ask the question, where's the gold in this? How can I turn this bad experience into something good that's not going to just better my life, but it's going to better the lives of other people? See, guys, we all go through different experiences, and they're here to shape us. They're here to shape our character. They're here to shape who we become in this lifetime. There are no accidents, guys. I'm sure some of you have been through some really messed up stuff, and you're like, oh God, why me? Why you? Because you were chosen. You were chosen to take that unique experience, to build yourself. And it takes a situation, a circumstance, or a person to really get you at your lowest point, where you're in the pit, where you have two choices: stay in the pit, be a victim, or lift yourself out the pit and think, how can I use this to better myself? How can I get better? How can I serve humanity? I never used to be this confident in dropping videos. I never scripted this video. This is all off the bat right now. And I'm basically just sharing this video with you guys because I'm telling you right now, you can turn your bad experiences into good. But what helped me along my way during the bad experiences was personal development. Personal development books and audios. It's about the information that goes in. It's the information that goes in. You're going to see a video of mine that I'm going to upload called Same Shit, Different Day. Because really what you put in is what you get out, guys. I'm sure you've all heard it before. And what you put in to the good from the bad, trust me, you're only going to get good out of that. We ain't here for revenge. We ain't here to be fighting. We ain't here to be warring, shooting up the place, or blowing up people, or this, that, and the other. I'm saying it's time to reframe our minds into how we see situations that happen to us and ask ourselves, where is the good in this, and how can it help me, and how can it help another person? So that's it for me with this video, guys. I want you guys to smash that like button, comment, subscribe. And if you're going to comment, guys, just comment on certain situations that you've been through, bad experiences, right? And think to yourself, how can I get better? Now tap that bell button for notifications, guys. Holla back. See you on the next video.